Hi, this is Sarthak. I've created a program here which deals with the problem involving map coloring of Canadian provinces and territories. The task involves coloring each province and territory of Canada in such a way that no two adjacent regions have the same color. To facilitate this, we have a predetermined set of colors at our disposal. The colors that I've used here are red, yellow, and blue. We depict the Canadian map as a graph where regions are represented as nodes and adjacent regions are connected through edges. My approach involves employing a backtracking algorithm to allocate colors to regions while respecting the constraints of color distinctiveness for neighboring regions. At the first line of the code, we have colors equals to red, yellow, blue. This is a predefined color palette. Then we have provinces, which is again a list of Canadian provinces and territories. Then we have neighbors. It is a dictionary which defines the neighbors of each province. It maps each province to a list of neighboring provinces. Then we have coloring. This dictionary will be used to store the assigned colors for each province. It starts empty and will be populated as the algorithm progresses. Then we have the variable province index equals to 0. The variable is used to keep track of the index of the province that is currently being processed. After this, the program enters a while loop that will continue as long as province index is less than the total number of provinces. The loop is used to iterate through the province and assign colors. Province equals to provinces, province index. This line selects the province at the current province index from the previous provinces list. Then the program enters a nested for loop and iterate through the available colors. We have set a variable valid equals to true. The variable is used to track whether the current color is valid for the current province. It is set to true at the beginning of each iteration for the color loop. The program enters another loop to check the neighbors of the current province. This loop iterates through the neighbors of the current province by assessing the list of neighbors from the neighbors dictionary. Within this loop, the program checks if neighbor is already in the coloring dictionary and if it is assigned the same color as the current color. If the neighbor is found to have same color as the current color, the variable valid is set to false, indicating that the current color is not valid for the current province. The loop is then broken. After checking all the neighbors, the program checks if valid is still true. If valid is still true, if it is, this means that the current color is valid for the current province and it assigns the color to the province in the coloring dictionary. Province index is incremented to move to the next province and the color assigned is complete for the current province. The program then breaks out of the color loop. If valid is false, after checking all the colors, this means that no valid color was found for the current province. The program checks if province index is 0, indicating that if it failed to assign a color to the first province. In the case, it prints no valid coloring found and exits the loop. If province index is not 0, that means that it failed to assign a color to a province other than the first one. In this case, it removes the color assigned from the previous province, the one at the previous index -1, and decrements province index to backtrack and attempt to color the current province differently. The program repeats the above steps until all the provinces are colored or until it determines that a valid coloring is not possible. After this loop, the program checks if coloring dictionary is not empty, which means that a valid coloring was found. If a valid coloring was found, it prints out the assigned colors for each province. This program is a basic implementation of a graph coloring algorithm and it aims to provide a valid coloring for the given province using the available colors. When we run this program, our output will look like this. British Columbia is colored red, Alberta is colored yellow, Saskatchewan is colored red, Manitoba is colored yellow, Ontario is colored red, Quebec is colored yellow, New Brunswick is colored red, Prince Edward Island is colored yellow, Nova Scotia is colored yellow, Newfoundland Labrador is colored red, Northwestern Territories is colored blue, Yukon is colored yellow, Nunavut is colored red. So all the neighboring provinces are of different color.